So, sir, there are many people who reach out to us, who reach out to Beshak, who reach out to you also personally on Twitter when their claim gets rejected, right? So, is there a specific process or is there a specific way how they can make sure that वो fight करें and they get the claim approved?
The steps are very clear in this.
Okay.
How do you go about doing it? The first step that you need to take in this is basically try to get the communication from the insurer why the claim has got rejected.
Okay.
Right. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि when we get people who are coming to us and saying that a claim has got rejected, they don't have that communication with them कि why the claim got rejected.
And
It's basically like a letter that you get.
अच्छा, okay.
Or it could be like a claim settlement summary that you get, which is basically saying that not payable. और ये बहुत ही कम पैसा दे दिया इंश्योरर ने, बाकी सब रिजेक्ट कर दिया. They have to give particular reasons which are basically reference to the policy document and the contract that you sign,
Okay.
saying that as per this contract terms, I'm not paying this claim, or as per this contract terms, I'm not paying this particular amount.
Okay.
Right. So first step is that, right, to get that document.
How can they get that?
So typically, every insurer automatically is giving that document.
Okay, got it.
Right. It should
Via
come in your
mail.
email if you have a registered your. The problem is that a lot of times this is happening is that customers have not updated their own email addresses and phone numbers on their policy. There are a lot of agents who put their own numbers and email addresses. जो बेच रहा है policy, not an agent, someone else. They put their own number because they want to protect that customer from getting basically sold another policy by someone else. Right? तो ये सब होता है. You need to ensure that whenever you get a policy document, ensure that your email address, your phone number is there, updated in the policy document.
Got it.
As soon as that happens, automated है कि जितने भी insurer है, honestly इतना तो है उनके पास system कि they will send you a communication.
Understood.
Even if they don't send a communication, let's say in a cashless situation, you're not getting a communication, the hospital will get the communication. So you can take it from the hospital also.
Okay, got it.
Even if that does not happen, you can call up the call center, right, and ask them for the details and they may email it to you. Right?
Insurance company call center.
हाँ, insurance company के call center. So you need to basically, if it's not coming, it's your right to get that letter or the communication कि आपको क्यों claim reject हो रहा है. You get that letter.
Understood.
Now, once you get that letter, you will come to know why the claim is not payable. Right? What is the insurer's perspective? In a certain scenario, you would come to know that it is valid. कि ये policy document में लिखा है कि payable नहीं है. So then if it is convincing to you, then you may basically decide not to fight out the case.
Got it.
But where you feel that no, this is not convincing, right? Like the deduction is something that you are not convinced that it should have happened. In a scenario where the insurer's justification is not convincing to you. एक इंश्योरर बोल रहा है कि यार लिमिट है आपकी पॉलिसी में कि मैं 75,000 रुपीज तक ही कैटरैक्ट का ट्रीटमेंट दूंगा. अब उन्होंने आपको 75,000 के हिसाब से दे हैव मेड द पेमेंट टू यू.
Got it.
You got that detail and you have made a cataract operation which cost you 2 lakh rupees. 1,25,000 पे नहीं हुआ.
Got it.
Now you got that letter in your hand. You can go and see your document and find out that भाई लिखा था कि नहीं लिखा था. If it is written 75,000, there's no point to fight the claim because it was there in the policy. Probably you did not read it or your agent did not tell you clearly about it. तो वो तो पहला स्टेज है. अब आप पहले तो समझो कि आपके साथ अनफेयर हुआ भी है कि नहीं.
Got it.
कि आपने ही नहीं पढ़ी पॉलिसी. You only did not read the policy. Right? That's the first stage. Now you come to know that in your particular situation, the insurer has taken a very subjective decision which you feel it is unfair. And you want to fight it out, whether it's a deduction or a rejection. Then what you do? You basically write to the insurer. So insurer has something which is called a grievance department. Every insurer has a grievance department.
Okay.
Every insurer's website, in the bottom, in the footer, would have a section which will basically say grievances, complaints, ऐसा कुछ लिखा होगा. उसको आप click करोगे तो either there will be a form that you can fill there itself and file a grievance, or there will be email address mentioned there.
Okay.
You take that email address and you can write an email to the insurance company. Right?
Okay.
That is the first step.
Okay.
If that is also not something that you can do or your family cannot do, then you can even write a letter to the insurance company. Ensure that you have a proof of the delivery of that letter if you're sending a courier. Right? आप मतलब courier भेजो तो अच्छे कंपनी से भेजो ताकि आपके पास proof है कि आपने you have sent something and it has got received by the insurance company.
And any specific thing to be looked at it, like ये address है, इस address पे भेज दो.
Correct.
That's it.
There will be a
Nothing else.
grievance link on the website which will say
Which
that
have
this
the
is the
address. Okay.
address, this is
Got
the
it.
email address, this is the form, the app of the insurance company. There could be an option. So they
Got
give
it.
their own options.
Understood.
वो आपको उसमें से जो भी ऑप्शन सूटेबल लगता है वो यूज करो. बेस्ट ऑनेस्टली फ्रॉम माय पर्सपेक्टिव यू कैन राइट एन ईमेल दैट इज गुड बिकॉज इट मेक्स द कम्युनिकेशन टू एंड फ्रो becomes easier
Yeah.
for you. Right? The other could be form. right? Form is also getting into a electronic communication only, right? So वो कर लिया आपने. Now what the regulation says is that you are supposed to wait for 30 days for the
30
insurer,
days.
to insurer to respond, right,
Okay.
to your grievance, right? In this 30 days, either you will get a response or not get a response. Right?
अच्छा, not to get a response is also there.
हाँ हाँ होते हैं, सब प्लेयर्स होते हैं, सब टाइप के प्लेयर्स होते हैं.
Okay,
अगर नहीं भी
okay.
नहीं करे, रिप्लाई ना करे, हो सकता है.
Okay.
I'm giving all scenarios.
Okay, got
So
it.
let's say if the response comes and it's not satisfactory to you, that is one scenario. The second is that response does not come. In both these scenarios, when your response comes or comes not satisfied, in a response does not come after 30 days, you can basically go in the next step. Now,
Okay.
the next step is basically you can basically go to someone, a particular government body called the Ombudsman.
Okay.
Right? Ombudsman is basically a kind of a body that has been appointed by the government as a third party independent player who basically is from the customer first point of view going to look at representation that come from customers
Okay.
to make complaints,
Okay.
and they will look at those grievances from an independent lens
Mhm.
and then look at whether the claim is payable or not.
Okay.
ठीक है, ये भी अभी बहुत आसान हो गया. This has become very easy, right? You can go to the Ombudsman website.
हाँ, मतलब
Right? Just go to Google and type Ombudsman India or something like that. You will go to the website of the Ombudsman, and there is an option to do it online. You can basically file a grievance online on the Ombudsman website. Right?
Okay, so any specific website is there, like a
Yes.
dedicated website,
There's a website for
ombudsman.com?
Ombudsman India.
अच्छा, okay, got
I
it.
don't know the exact email address,
It's
because, the exact URL, because it's a very little different kind of an
We'll
URL.
put it in the
But we
video.
can put it here on
Yeah,
the
sure.
screen. Right?
Sure.
So उसके आप जाओ,
We'll
और,
go.
and then there is a specific section in that where you can complain or file your grievance online.
Okay.
There also you have options that you can physically go and
Multiple
submit a
ways.
complaint. You can write a letter and start the whole thing. But I would obviously recommend that you do it online. The reason being, once you put it online, you can track the complaint online. Right? There is a tracker where once you can log in and then you can see where your complaint lies right now.
Okay, okay, got it,
Yeah.
got it, got it.
Or interesting thing that has happened after COVID is that once you submit this claim, this grievance, you get a hearing, like how court functions, right? A hearing happens. That way, the ombudsman schedules a hearing on a particular date when you are supposed to be present. This also happens online. So you get a link
Nice.
on which you can click and join. The ombudsman will be there on the call. The insurer has to come on the call. You are on the call. Whatever video call होता है, and then the case gets discussed.
Okay, okay.
इसके एक स्टेप पहले जाते हैं. Sorry, I missed that. That जो form है, उसमें you are supposed to give details about your policy document. You are supposed to say how many years you have been in this policy, whether it's a portability case or not.
Got
right?
it.
And you are supposed to give details that are asked in that policy, and then you have to represent your case, saying that this is what has happened with me and I'm not happy with it. तो वो एक फॉर्म में सेक्शन है जहाँ पे आपको लिखना है.
Can
ये
this-
बहुत अच्छे से लिखना होता है.
हाँ, can this be done by like the person who has bought the policy for me,
Yes.
like expert?
It's actually supposed to. It cannot be done. Nobody can represent you in an ombudsman. You are supposed to be a customer and go yourself only.
Oh, okay.
No lawyers are allowed in ombudsman.
हाँ.
No experts are around. Nobody can represent you. The customer himself or herself has to go.
So each and everything I have to do from my end.
Yes. You can take a help from a expert. Like
Okay.
Beshak has a lot of community experts in the community who basically help customers. But it is the login of the user who's basically
Okay.
filing it. यही मैं बोल रहा था कि what I was trying to say is that how do you represent the case there in that form? It's going to be very important because you have to write it in the language of the ombudsman, who's also probably from the insurance industry only, past retired officer from the insurance industry, right? Or
Okay.
someone who is probably some kind of government exam related. I don't really know all the qualifications that make you an ombudsman, but someone who comes from that kind of authority.
Okay.
If you represent the case very good way, in a structured way, the chances of the case basically moving faster forward, the ombudsman getting your perspective also improves. So taking help of an expert can actually make a difference here. आप लिखोगे और एक एक्सपर्ट लिखेगा तो फर्क पड़ेगा. इसमें ऑब्वियसली अगर आप स्मार्ट हो, आप चैट जीपीटी भी यूज कर सकते हो. राइट, आप चैट जीपीटी को अच्छा प्रॉम्प्ट लिखो कि मेरे को सही तरीके से स्टोरी बता दी आपने, और फिर आप उनको यू कैन टेल चैट जीपीटी दैट इंश्योर दैट यू act as an expert and now represent it. That's also something that you can do. But there can be errors, right? ChatGPT cause errors, so that you need to be careful about if you want to use ChatGPT. But otherwise, you can do that also. But my suggestion is that यहाँ तक केस पहुंच गया है, जहाँ पे grievance हो गया, तो use an expert.
Use an expert.
I would
Logical.
recommend that.
I'll use an expert.
Yeah. So that is the stage. Then hearing happens. What I basically थोड़ा मैंने ऊपर नीचे कर लिया. Hearing होती है.
ठीक है.
Hearing में फिर ombudsman will listen to your side of the story, insurer side of the story.
Hearing can be offline also.
Yes, hearing can be offline also.
Okay, got it.
And online also.
Online also.
आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा मैंने तो जितना सुना है ऑनलाइन ही हो रहा है because it's convenient for everybody. तो वो हो रहा है. And then basically over a couple of hearings, the decision happens from the ombudsman side. Right.
Okay.
इसमें एक caveat है कि 50 लाख के नीचे का क्लेम होना चाहिए. Right. Ombudsman does not take cases above 50 lakhs. This is just one thing. Because it's a scope that has been created by the government. Right. कि इतना ही capability है, इतना ही scope देना है. उसके बाद courts है ना इंडिया में. See,
okay, ठीक है.
This is basically some kind of a small cause, quick action, quick redressal kind of a system that insurers, the government wanted to create or the IRDA wanted to create, right? But they also, there is a court system that is involved in the country. तो वो बोल रहे 50 लाख तक यहाँ पे आप मैनेज कर लो, इंटरनली इंडस्ट्री में मैनेज कर लो. समझिए 50 लाख के ऊपर जब जाता है तो फिर कंज्यूमर कोर्ट्स इन्वॉल्व है. That's what I was coming to. That not necessary that you need to go to ombudsman. You can also go to consumer court.
Okay.
Right? Take to consumer court also, an insurer to consumer court also. The only condition is that if you're going to consumer court, then ombudsman does not accept your case. Obviously,
sure.
So it will ask you a question when you're filing the ombudsman complaint. Is this case also sent to court, consumer court? If you say yes, then they will basically tell you that, boss, you go to one place. Right? क्योंकि conflicting decision आएगा, confusing आएगा.
If I go to consumer court, वहाँ पे नहीं हुआ, then I can go to ombudsman.
I am not very sure about that, but I'm sure about the other side. That आप पहले ombudsman में गए, आपका नहीं हुआ, तो आप you can take it the customer to the consumer court. The customer can take an ombudsman's appeal to consumer court. But what I read on the ombudsman's website is that the insurer cannot do that. Insurer has to bind to what the ombudsman decides.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That is what I read on the ombudsman website. We can flash it here.
Yeah, sure.
Show that part. But ombudsman बहुत क्लियर रेगुलेशन है कि ombudsman ने जो बोला है, insurer has to follow. Customer can, if not satisfied, the ombudsman can take it further to courts.
Got it. This ombudsman is like, as you said, a body by the government of India, right?
Yeah.
So it's by IRDI or like
IRDA and Ministry of Finance basically
they both put together. Yeah. Okay, got it. One more thing, like you mentioned 50 lakh thing. So one thing which is like it might be nuanced, but let's say my 10 lakh claim came, then I went to ombudsman, again 10 lakh came. I again went to ombudsman, for example.
Okay, बहुत ज़्यादा
nuanced है क्या ये कि?
But I would ask a different question. I would say term insurance में क्या होगा, right? Term insurance में तो 50 लाख की पॉलिसी नहीं होती, 1 करोड़ 2 करोड़ की पॉलिसी होती है.
हाँ, वहाँ पे भी yes, logical.
So term insurance के केस में yes. So term insurance के केस में ombudsman usually for people who have a 1 crore policy obviously cannot use term, cannot go to ombudsman. They have to go to the court.
Got it. Logical. Understood. And final hearing, whatever the ombudsman say, customer can go to consumer court, but the insurer has to follow whatever.
Can go to, yeah. So consumer court का तो पूरा there are layers. Consumer court होता है, फिर उसका ऊपर district forum होता है, उसके ऊपर फिर और forums होता है, and then Supreme Court तक you can go, right? Consumer court till Supreme Court. Yeah. So we do something called claim stories, right? There are customers who have spent 8, 9 years gone to courts versus courts, and then got their claims paid, right? So that is the overall scenario. And here, when it comes to courts and all that, then obviously having an expert on your side is obviously going to make a lot of difference.
100%.
Usually having a good expert, which is like someone whom you bought the policy from, who has had good experience of understanding the insurer's world, understanding claims world, understanding the customer's world, and sending in that center and looking at everything and then guiding you. That's why that at that point makes a lot of
difference. Anything which a customer has to pay for this, like kuch payment hai, kuch money hai, nothing, everything.
Ombudsman is completely free.
Okay, got it.
The expert may charge you for representation, meaning writing the representation. Cannot represent.
Sure.
And courts का तो जो courts का cost है वो तो अलग ही है, lawyer का cost जो लगेगा वो लगेगा. But if you win the case, then obviously the court can reward you for the cost of basically the legal cost that expenses that you've incurred also.
Understood. So there is a logical process
Yes.
behind claim rejection, and the customers can follow this.
इसका एक दो अलग पर्सपेक्टिव्स भी है जो यूज होता
Okay.
है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल राइट टू IID आल्सो. IID आल्सो हैज अ फोरम व्हिच इज कॉल्ड बीमा भरोसा, राइट.
अच्छा, ओके.
जिसमें आप जाके ऑनलाइन क्लेम ग्रीवेंस डाल सकते हो. आप कोई भी टाइप का ग्रीवेंस डाल सकते हो कि आप IID को ही कंप्लेन कर रहे हो, रेगुलेटर को कंप्लेन कर रहे हो,
ओके.
right? वो भी हो सकता है, राइट. जहाँ पे रेगुलेटर बेसिकली देन इन्वॉल्व्स द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी एंड टेल्स द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी कि ये सॉल्व करके दो ये केस. द IID इज बेसिकली इंटरवीनिंग इन दैट,
Intervening, हाँ.
right? Sometimes that also gets used. Sometimes if the insurer is reasonably good insurer,
Mhm.
when it goes to IID also they try to solve the case, right? That way you don't need to go to ombudsman. So that is one. The other is a lot of people use social media to solve their cases, right? They basically, if they find the case is very complicated, then they write to social media and they explain the whole scenario. And a lot of times what happens is that the lower stream of people in the insurance company has taken a call not to pay the claim. But when it reaches the senior management through the social media, because it becomes, maybe it goes viral, the senior management will say कि भाई ये तो payable होना चाहिए था, आपको इतना नहीं करना चाहिए. Senior management takes a call. A
Understood.
lot of the social media teams in insurer on the insurer side are usually CEO's office, right?
Okay.
तो वो बहुत जल्दी escalate हो जाता है, तो वो भी बहुत लोग यूज करते हैं. और एक और है जो मतलब हैक है, a lot of insurers but a lot of customers use is writing to the CEO itself, right? Like
All the insurance
insurers,
company.
CEO's email address and writing. But फिर बहुत सारे अच्छे से CEOs है यहाँ पे आंसर भी आ जाता है, और बहुत सारे ऐसे जगह पे इतने ईमेल्स आते हैं कि वो इनबॉक्स ही फुल हो जाता है, तो बहुत बार बाउंस भी होता है. So I have heard of scenarios where imagine the number of mails that email box would be getting, that email going to the CEO is bouncing. That also happened. But I'm just telling you
All the ways.
basically spectrum of options available. So it starts with grievance officer of the insurance company. It goes to ombudsman. ombudsman के बाद सारा कोर्ट्स वाला सेक्शन है. एक इनफॉर्मल सेक्शन भी मैंने बता दिया कि सोशल मीडिया है, right, where you write on social media and you basically write about what has happened with you, and that could probably spiral and help you maybe solve the case. And the last is writing to the CEO of the insurance company that this is what has happened, and probably the CEO helps you out because they feel that there is a reasonable ask from the customer. So these are all the spectrum of choices that a customer has.
One thing which you mentioned in between Bima Bharosa also, for that also like specific process is there, or like जैसे ombudsman में the process is there?
मतलब इसका एक्चुअली प्रोसेस बहुत सिंपल है कि आपको लॉग इन करना होता है. इंश्योरर का IID की वेबसाइट पे आप जाओगे तो देन देयर इज अ सेक्शन व्हिच इज कॉल्ड बीमा भरोसा, वेयर यू क्लिक ऑन दैट, देन you fill the details and it basically creates a grievance.
Okay.
Then it goes to IIDA and IIDA basically loops in the insurer and asks them to solve it and report back, right?
Okay.
This is the process. Okay. But it's honestly right now as we speak it is not that effective.
I was coming to that. Yeah, which one should a
Ombudsman
customer
would work better. Once the case goes to ombudsman, a lot of times it has also happened that the senior management of the insurance company comes into picture, or the legal team of the insurance company comes into picture, and they realize that it's better paying this rather than involving our legal team. खर्चा जो लगेगा उससे ज़्यादा है, तो lot of time out of court settlements happen as soon as the case reaches ombudsman and hearing is coming.
Understood. ठीक है, done.
And the main point that I want to just add here
Sure.
is that persistence is going to be the key here, right? है ये problem insurance industry में जहाँ पे grievance थोड़ा lax है, right? But I can tell you with a lot of confidence that though there is a lax in the system where basically कहीं पे थोड़ा slow हो जाता है या it takes time to solve a problem, but if you are persistent, I have seen people who are persistent have got a solution for their problem through ombudsman, through courts, through using experts, not using experts, doing it themselves also by reading, studying and getting it done. Persistence is the game. मतलब वो मुझे मालूम है कि बहुत सारे people who are going to watch this video are going to say, why do go to so much of pain? Right? But it's not happened in 100 out of 100 cases.
Yeah.
Whenever it happens, I'm saying there is a system, and if it is followed to a certain level of persistence, it works. But there are issues, but it's not like hopeless situation.
Understood.
Yeah.
How long can this ombudsman thing can go? Like
ombudsman मैंने सुना है कि 2-3 साल तक भी जाता है.
अच्छा, okay.
Because there are certain मतलब the number of cases also, how much the ombudsman has will depend on that. The Bombay ombudsman has a lot of cases, right? So typically it takes time for those the load is higher. So it could take more time, but some other city may not have that road access. So वैसे वाले बहुत सारे logistic cases हैं जिसकी वजह से claim may take time, but it may take 2 years.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So courts may take even more, obviously, like
yes.
that we know.
Yeah, as you said, 8, 9 years, 10 years.
It can take as much as time, but because legal fees get paid, there is a so if the amount of money is very very significant for you, it's worth fighting it out.
Logical. Understood, Mahavir. Thanks a lot for this.